Good morning. This is your media report for Tuesday, May 24th, 2016. I'm Sergeant Lori McGee, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. During the last 24 hours, police have responded to 99 calls for service. We would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333, at our email, police@stjohn.ca, or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477. or on their website at crimemb.ca. On Monday at 8:30 a.m., police were called to a Cedarwood Drive residence after a caller reported seeing the front door of the residence open. It was learned that the door was forced, although it does not appear at the time of the report that anything was taken. Identification attended to process the scene, and the incident remains under investigation. At 12:04 p.m., police were called to a Black River Road residence for a report of a break-and-enter. Entry was gained through a basement window. 3 rifles, ammunition, electronics, and change were reported stolen. IDEN attended and processed that scene, and the incident remains under investigation. At 2:49 p.m., emergency personnel responded to a Main Street North residence for a report of a structure fire. The caller reported seeing flame and smoke exiting the building. The top floor apartment sustained major damage. There were no injuries reported, and the cause of the fire remains under investigation. At 7:58 p.m., police were called to Rainbow Park on Broad Street for a report of an assault. A female reported that an unknown female spit in her face and threatened her. That incident remains under investigation. At 8:48 p.m., police were called to Dooley's in Prince Edward Square Mall. The caller reported that a male patron was being rude and bragging about the fact that he'd been drinking and on a court order to abstain from alcohol. This was confirmed by police, resulting in the arrest of a 41-year-old male who was held in custody for a court appearance. A few incidents to report from the weekend include the following. On Friday evening at 6 p.m., a female arrived at police headquarters to report that she'd been assaulted by her boyfriend 3 times over the past few months. A 61-year-old male was arrested at a Harrington Street residence for assault and threats. The accused was released on conditions and he will appear in court at a later date. At 10 p.m., 2 males were involved in a theft from Walmart on Fairview Boulevard, which also resulted in an assault on the security guard. The 2 males fled the store in a vehicle which was located and stopped by police at the Petrocan on Hilliard Street. It was learned that the security guard was punched in the mouth by one of the males, who then fled to a vehicle. As they were approached by staff and security, one male pulled a knife on an employee. A 22-year-old male was arrested for assault with a weapon, theft, and breach of a court order. The second male, aged 23, was arrested for theft and breach of a conditional sentence. Both males were held in custody for a court appearance. At 1:43 a.m., a 34-year-old female was arrested on Peter Street for a robbery that occurred earlier on in the evening at an uptown bar. It was reported that the accused and an unknown male were at a Union Station bar on Union Street when they were approached when she attempted to take a patron's purse, which resulted in a struggle between the two. At the same time, the male grabbed the purse and fled the bar. The accused was held for a court appearance. The victim received very minor injuries, and the incident remains under investigation. On Saturday at 5:30 a.m., a 51-year-old male was arrested for theft of meat after police were called to Sobeys in McAllister Mall. The accused was met at the front doors by police as he was leaving. Staff recognized the male from being in the store earlier in the evening when he did steal meat. The accused was charged for 2 counts of theft, and he was held for a court appearance. On Saturday evening at 8:29 p.m., a 22-year-old female was arrested on Waterloo Street by an officer who recognized her and knew her to be wanted for a failure to attend arrest warrant. She was held in custody for a court appearance. At 9:40 p.m., police responded to an accident at the intersection of Metcalfe and Elgin Streets involving a vehicle and a bicycle. The 14-year-old male operator of the bike is reported to have collided with a vehicle as he came down the hill. He was transported to the regional hospital as a precaution and later released with no injuries reported. The incident remains under investigation. On Sunday morning at 11:42 a.m., police were called to the area of Germain and Harding Streets for a report that several vehicles in the area had been damaged and items taken from some of the vehicles. The incident remains under investigation. Pardon me. On Sunday night at 9:12 p.m., police arrested a 24-year-old male at the corner of McKeel and Morris Street for an assault after it was reported that he punched his mother. He was also arrested for obstruction when he resisted police during his arrest. He was later released on conditions and he will appear in court at a later date. This will conclude the media report for Tuesday, May 24th. Have a good day and be safe.